Yo, greetings. Hello, hello, entertain Aquaba to living my best life in Ghana. Class is in session. Hope everyone is feeling their best today, the best African that we can be. It's a beautiful day today, and it's a beautiful day to be African. Happy African Day to you. Happy African Day to all of us. We are living our best life as Africans, and we are moving forward to the day when all of us, tens of millions of Africans from all over the world, embrace the continent by planting our feet in their soil. There is one day, one getting up, good, great one day we looking forward to. Yes. Now, we have a very important, not that any of our lives are not important, but we are putting in the process for everyone, anybody to be able to fill out this passport application to get ourselves back home to the land of our ancestors by getting our passports. We did a previous video already about the visa process, so make sure you go back and watch that video so that you won't be intimidated by these forms, because they're nothing but forms to write on and get the information inside so it can get processed, and so we all can receive our papers, slave papers, because when we used to go back and forth across the whole world, we never had to have any papers or anything before when we circumnavigated the whole globe, okay? But now, being that we are in 2020 and the pink people and so many others are beefing up all kinds of undue security for measures and going and invading on our civil liberties as African people, being able to move around, the mobility of freedom. We have to go through these different processes, and looking forward to the day when African people get in charge and make this thing right and do it like it's supposed to be done, where we will have less stress, less worry. It would be less wear and tear on our bodies, and we can go back to living 100 and something years old like we do in our motherland every day. There's some, hey, that's a story for another day, but we need to recognize that we are the oldest living people. We are the majority. We are not a minority. It's millions and millions of us all across this world. Um, it makes me think about Renoko Rashidi. He is, make sure you, if you haven't heard of him, Renoko Rashidi is a beautiful person that has taken the course of going all over the world and finding African people in different corners of the world. And when you go on YouTube and you watch his videos, you will be shocked to see how many of us and where we are, and we are long for going back home to the land of our ancestors. Okay, so at some point we are going to have to go get our people, and that's okay. We're looking forward to having our own planes, our own ships, our own whatever apparatuses that we build in the future to go across this world and get our people wherever they are. So that is a job for us that we have to do. It's something that we have to put ourselves together to get done, and I'm looking forward to it. And I want to be here when it happens. I don't want it to take no long time. Yeah, it's already happening. But what I was referring to when you watch Dr. Renoko Rashidi, when he goes to different corners of the world and find African people, and those people long for Africa, but the government or wherever they live, they make them, they're stuck there, and they don't make income to even think about being able to pay for a ticket. That's out of the question. They don't even live with money like that. Right. It's like, that's why I tell our people, we have to make sure that we stay abreast and grounded when it comes to our finance situation, money, you know what I'm saying, and reaching people where there is no money. Well, we have the desire to come back home to the land of our ancestors, but there is no money at all there available. All right, let's say hey to some of our family. Malika.
Malika.
Hey, Malika. Kwaba. Welcome back. Akwaba. Madase. Pa. Dewaru.
That's it, goddess. Greetings, beautiful energy.
Yes,
Greetings,
beautiful love. Madase Pa and welcome. Akwaba. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Please. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that.
Greetings, Latonya Johnson.
Hey, Latonya.
What's up with you?
Welcome, Akwaba. Sasha says, Akwaba, peace and blessings, family. Yes. How great it is to wake up being black. Love you so much, and we love you back.
And you sure right. I just love being black.
Me too. Look at this.
I know I've been black.
Oh, in your face. Black in your face. DM. Facts. The fact of the matter is what it is, and this is what we gonna do. We making the plans now, and we putting everything into the atmosphere. But at some point, the action is going to come. It's coming. We already in the action. Yeah. We're history in the making right now. So do your part. Up ye almighty race, like our honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey always said. And we looking forward to going to pick our people wherever they are in the world and bring them home to the motherland where we belong. Raquel says, greetings, family. What's up, Raquel? Jackie says, Akwaba family. Welcome.
Yo.
Sean Diallo in the house.
Sean Diallo.
Yo. Hey, family.
What's up?
All righty, we got a lesson to do today. We're going to take it on right now. I posted some links for you to go directly to the places that you need to know. I'm only going to go over the application as far as the fees is concerned. That would determine on, I did read on the website, on the U.S. Postal Service website, that they're not doing any rush passports right now, so ain't no need of even paying your money. Just send. Yeah, they're not doing expedited. So just send your regular payment. I know I had been preaching expedite, but don't do that. Send your regular payment. Make sure it's months out that you're going to travel. If you have not received a passport and you plan on leaving soon, I don't know what kind of catch-22 you're going to be in, but please make some time and be patient because we don't know how this thing is going to go in regards to, no, they really don't give a damn about what you planning on doing and how you planning on doing it. So don't get yourselves caught up by buying airline tickets quick without having your passport in hand, because a lot of these airlines are making flight preparations and plans for people, and they know they're not intending to fly, or flights are not even open.
Desperation money.
Yeah, desperation money. And they not planning on paying you your money back. They plan on doing e-credit, so they staying afloat with the money that is generated through these flights. So make sure you call somebody. You ask somebody. You call and call the passport office if you don't understand. Take time out. Research. Read everything.
Twice.
Exactly. Don't just take our words for it. This is just information that's being provided that we feel is necessary to reach anybody wherever they are. And we want all of our people to feel comfortable and not being intimidated by these applications and things. So we won't be pushed to go through third-party online companies that are going to charge you $200 and $300 and $400 extra dollars and tell you that the fee is this price and that price, and you just gonna be getting taken, and you still gonna end up waiting the same amount of time. Okay,
get taken, baby.
Get taken.
Listen, they're taking for the long ride. Hey,
yeah.
If you don't know that, I'm not gonna tell you.
No, they're not gonna tell you
Well,
now.
I used to the old heads used to say, if you don't scream, I sure ain't gonna holler. That's exactly that's how they treat you.
My children asked if we can listen to you guys while we were getting lunch. They love your channel, especially when your grandchildren are on. Thank you, Latonya.
That's
That
what's
is
up.
so lovely. We love these children. We
Hmm.
love the children. Thank y'all for being a part of the live today. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming on. This is very important. Not only do we have information in regards to the passport today, we doing our regular, usual sharing and loving on each other in our chat, a Quabot sharing page. Hey, Mama
Sharon
dear.
Page, how you doing? How are
Hey.
you this morning?
Hey, Mother dear.
Mateo.
I see you in the house today. Welcome, Aquaba Mother. Yes, Michael Thompson in the house. Frank is back. What's up,
Frank,
Frank?
Wagwan, Wagwan.
Yo, that's what's up. So let's go ahead and delve into this right quick. It's not a whole lot, but you got to make sure that you fill this out easily and fun. I mean, it doesn't have to be a task. It can just be something that you can do when you need to. Let me see where I'm supposed to be
And
at.
just to make yourself familiar with it, because a lot of times we've been intimidated by forms, paperwork, stuff like that.
Yeah, because we know that this how these white
That's
folks
how
and
they
these
trick you
folks
up. They
trick you
trick you
up
up.
and get you caught up in contracts and you sign your life away and all kinds of stuff. These are the real scammers of the world,
Don't play no
y'all.
game while they talking about Nigeria. These are the real scams. How
These
many
are
times y'all done heard this when y'all rent a place and the place go wrong? When you signed the contract, I didn't know you was gonna not do what you said you was gonna do.
I
When
can
you
tell you,
signed the
I can blow
contract,
smoke up your butt and tell you all kinds of stuff, but there's a contract. Did you read your contract?
oh my goodness,
That's in everything that they do.
everything.
These folks are tricking us and stealing our music where you can't even sing the songs that was created out of your brain because you signed a contract. It's ridiculous. I'm from
Hey,
Pennsylvania.
hey,
Ooh!
hey, man, boy, that's my area.
Michael,
Michael, that's
you
my,
done
hey,
touch a
man.
heartstring with that one.
You talking about dancing? I'm always gonna love dancing. I don't care where I am in Ghana. I'm gonna always love dancing.
Yeah, that's what's
Shouts out
up.
to the Head Sonic Hotel in dancing and
Yo,
the Gold House.
yeah. Yeah, so thank you so much. So we're gonna delve into this. Let's move with this application. It's very easy. It's not anything. We're gonna go through the process very quickly, but we want you to be familiar with it and know that it's nothing for us to do. Okay. So let me choose the tab. This is the application. Bam. We are sharing. This application is important for us to know how to get along this application and not feel intimidated as African people getting ready to go back home to the land of our ancestors. U.S. passport application. Please detach and retain this instruction sheet for your records. For information and question, the visa office, all of that information is in the box. Customer service representative are probably going to be hard to get in contact with because the demand and all
It's
that's
great.
going on with the traveling, people being stuck in different places. You really need to be patient on getting ready to travel so soon. Some of you are already going and already set to go. I hope that you already have your passport and your visa in hand. They are in different phases of opening back up the countries as well as international travel as a whole. So make sure you go to the website. It's posted. Everything is posted in the description box below. Okay.
About the size of the pictures too. In the background of the pictures, they had to be attached to them. I'm going right there too.
Yeah, but we're gonna go through all of that. So, as a matter of fact, before I post up the application itself, I want to also show y'all the website. The website that the US passport website. Which one did I just click on?
The
This
application.
one. This one. U.S. passports. Yeah, this one. All righty. This is the website. It's called it's travel.state.gov/content/en/passport.html, and it is posted already in um the description box below. Okay, so you go on here, you make sure you read everything about coronas, because they got it real big soon as you get on the site, July the 1st, 2020. To prevent the spread of COVID-19, protect our workforce and customers, we significantly reduced passport operations in March 2020. We temporarily suspended expedited passport processing and restricted service to cases involving life or death emergency. As global conditions evolve and U.S. states begin to reopen, we are resuming operations in phases. We ask for your patience as we safely work on your applications. As of Wednesday, July 1st, a total of 16 passport agencies and centers are in phase one of our three-phase reopening plan. During phase one, we are limiting appointments to customers who must travel internationally in the next 72 hours due to a life or death emergency. That's the key word now. Due to a life or death emergency. So if you got your life or death emergency, then you can do this what they're saying. Go to our passport agency and center page for more information. You can apply at an acceptance facility or renew by mail now, but unless you have a life or death emergency, you experience delay before receiving your passport and the return of your citizenship documents such as previous passports, birth certificates, and naturalization certificates. Learn more about our current state of operation plans to reopen in phases on our COVID-19 update page and our frequently asked questions page. Okay? So, this is very important for you to know. Please take note of this and understand that these documents are very important for you to not have exposure to for a long time. And they want your original documents. I don't understand why they have to get your original documents, but they want your original documents. So, I mean, the best thing for you to do is to copy all of your documents before you send them out. Make copies of your documents just in case it get lost or they lose it, because it's gonna be stacks of paperwork everywhere.
Proof that you had them.
And you have proof that you had them. And when you send your application off, take pictures of your application, take pictures of your passport pictures, your package that you put it in when you go to the post office, when you mail it off. Take pictures of it before you give it to the postal service agent.
It seemed like a lot, but all of that stuff that she is saying is very integral, because anything can happen, and it will just because it can. So that's what you look for, so you be prepared for it.
Okay, and if you go down some more, it say I need a passport. You can apply in person. Children under the age of 16, children age 16 to 17, track my application status. What is a passport card? If you already have a passport, you click on renew my passport, report it lost or stolen, change or correct my passport, track my renewal application status. Okay? So these are very, very important information. I want a form. Learn what form to use, download or fill out my form. Rush my passport. I need it in less than 8 weeks. I need it even faster in less than 3 weeks. Restrictions apply. So y'all don't forget that they are not doing expedited passports, regardless.
Save that money.
Save that money. Don't send your money, because they don't like doing refunds.
Do
they don't. They do not like in them. I'm telling you.
Say, do they give refunds?
They probably don't.
I would say it's non-refundable application fee for a lot of things now.
It said cost circulate my fee. Y'all go on that in the payment method so that you can do that. And you can fill this application out online. So I did put the link on there as well so you can fill the application out online. Okay. Let's go to the next best thing. We're going to the application itself. Hello, my people. What's up with y'all? Let's see. Michael said, I'm from Dansama and I love it. Zola said, my passport appointment was this morning with USPS. It cost me $176.25. I wasn't sure which form to fill out, so I did both. Wow. Is that your regular cost or is that for your sending your envelope, your prepaid envelope overnight? I mean, which I recommend overnight. I think that's what they recommend too. And then sending it back to you. And what was the actual cost of the passport? Was it $100? Give us the breakdown for that, Zola. I going back as soon as everything opens. I feel you, Michael. As Queen Rob said, what's up, y'all?
What's up, S Queen?
Yo.
What's up,
Cheryl said, I love this. We're receiving all kinds of instruction and relevant information we need for repatriation. This information can be so hard to find, but so vital.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
That's why we want to share with our folks.
That's right. So now I'm going to post now. And I should have already put all these documents on here. I'm going to post the next form, which is the application form itself. Okay. Go to Chrome. That is it. Share. All right. U.S. passport application. We went over that first part with the box. What to submit with this form? Number one, proof of citizenship, evidence of U.S. citizenship, and a photocopy of the front must be submitted with your application. The photocopy must be on an 8.5 inch by 11 inch paper. So you would take your driver's license and you would make a copy of your driver's license, black and white ink, legible and clear. Evidence that this is not damaged, altered, or forged will be returned to you. No, lawful permanent residence card submitted with this application will be forwarded to U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services if we determine that you are a U.S. citizen. So look, you see that's the boo game right there, but you got to pay attention to what they just said. For some of our people that have a green card, or it might have expired or be out of date. They telling you that they gonna send your information straight to immigration, straight to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. So make sure that your paperwork right. If not, don't even go through this sending them your money and all that stuff because they do not like giving refunds. Number two, proof of identity. You must present your original identification and submit a photocopy of the front and back with your passport application. Okay? That is normally your driver's license, your birth certificate. These are the things that they want from you to show that you are American citizenship or you have naturalization or whatever. Number three, recent color photograph. Photograph must meet passport requirements, full front view of the face, and 2 by 2 inches in size. Go to Walmart. Yeah, you need your passport pictures. You need to go to Walmart. Or you need to get online and learn how to make your own passport pictures to save money. Or you can offer their services to people that you know that needs to get their passport. That is a nice little side business to go around asking people if they need passport pictures for $5 and give them about 4 pictures, and that will cover them for their visa and their passport as well.
It's a dude in Ghana that takes pictures, passport pictures, right outside of the immigration office, the Ministry of Interior. If you don't have your picture, just go right outside, stand under the tree. You got the white background, you got the pro camera set up.
He's making them jumps right on the spot.
Hit you up, put you right on in point, just like that.
Yeah, so fees, please visit our website. travel.state.gov for the current fees. Okay, how to submit. Complete and submit this application in person to a designated acceptance agent. If you go online, I did put that link in there as well, where you schedule your appointment. The list of all of the U.S. Postal Services in each state will pop up. You just click on what state you in, and they'll give you a list of all the offices that are doing passport application appointments. All post offices do not do them. It's just certain ones. So you have to make sure that you pick the one that is most convenient for you. Be on time, because if you know you're late, they be tripping. So make sure you go on time, go early, and get your stuff done. Okay. A clerk of a federal or state court of record, or a judge or a clerk of a probate court accepting applications, a designated municipal or county office official, a designated postal employee at an authorized post office, an agent at a passport agency by appointment only, or a U.S. consular office official at a U.S. embassy or consulate if abroad. To find your nearest acceptance facility, visit travel.state.gov or contact the National Passport Information Center at 1-877-487-2778. And I will say this while I'm thinking about it, since they put this information here, just in case, if you are in Ghana, if you living there or you visiting there and you lose your passport, or your passport is stolen or lost or whatever have you, burnt up, left in a taxi or whatever, you will have to go to the U.S. Embassy to replace it. Okay? So that is something that you have access to. In Ghana, there's a huge U.S. Embassy, and you can go there to replace your passport. Just in case you lose it. You definitely need it for traveling around anywhere now. So you will have to have it. So if that is some information for you. Follow the instructions on page 2 for detailed information to complete and submission of this form. Here are the requirements for children. I hope y'all can see this. Let me go back right quick. See where we are. I got a little something moving in my throat. All righty. All right, we're gonna go to the requirements for children, and y'all look at this very closely, and make sure you have what this says. Let me get a little tea. Okay, as directed by public law, and that's the code for it, to submit an application for a child under 16. Both parents of the child's both parents or the child's legal guardian must appear and present the following. Now, what makes you a legal guardian? If you have a birth certificate and your name is the only name on that birth certificate, you are the legal custodial parent. Or if you have adopted children and your name is on their information, then you are the legal guardian. Okay. Evidence of the child's U.S. citizenship. So you have to have the child's birth certificate.
That's the only thing a child has. I used to ask that question. How can you prove a child is a U.S. citizen other than their birth certificate?
Their social security card too.
So, but are you issued? You're not issued social security numbers as soon as you're born, though, right?
I mean, not you can't. You're not. I mean, you can go ahead and apply for it in the hospital. They can sign you up, but you can actually do all of this stuff on your own. And there's ways around that too. I know somebody that have children that have their children passport, and they never have any of these records regardless. But those are stories for other days. Evidence of the child's relationship to the parent or guardian, and original parent or guardian's government issue identification, and a photocopy of the front and back side of presented identification. So they're talking about your driver's license, okay? They want that information. If y'all have any questions as I go over this, feel free to put it in the chat, and I will answer questions as we go along. I hope this is being very helpful to you. I wish we had this when we first went on this
Because a
venture.
lot of times, if you miss or omit anything on this list, on the application list, they'll send it back or they'll turn the application down or whatever.
Or they'll hold it. They'll
Yeah, they'll
hold
hold
your
it.
application and
Right.
wait on you to respond
And
and
they
all
won't call
kinds of
you now and
stuff.
be like, well, we're going to hold it. So we want you now. You'll just end up time going by and you'll have to just wonder, like, what happened to the situation? And you'll have to call. But so this way, make sure you, when you do it, just take your time, sit down, take some minute out, just fill it out and get all your stuff together.
Yes. All righty. So let's see where we left off at. If only one parent appears, you must also submit one of the followings: the second parent's notarized written statement or DS 3053. So they have this form. It's called a DS 3053. It should be somewhere on this website. And if I can find it, I will post it in the description box below, including the child's full name and date of birth, consenting to the passport issuance for the child. Then the notarized statement cannot be more than 3 months old and must be signed and notarized on the same day and must come with a photocopy of the front and back side of the second parent's government issued photo identification. They know that sometimes in situations with parents, you know what I'm saying, there has been a bad breakup and stuff like this. So sometimes they ask you for stuff that's very impossible to get.
Yeah, that is impossible to
You
get.
know what
So
I'm saying? And these things, they know that we have issues in life, and for us to move on, we might have bad breakups and so on and so forth. And they make it hard for us to come up with things that we know would definitely, send some type of uproar in our spirit, because we have to deal with this once again with different terms or different things that have happened in the breakup or whatever. So but there are ways around this. If you need another way to get this done, uh, there are ways around it. You need to ask them. I have left a abusive relationship, or I was in a relationship that I'm no longer in contact with the father. I don't know where he is, or certain situations, different situations that you can get this done. Now, if only one parent appears, you must also submit one of the following. I think I just went
yeah,
through
you
that.
just went through that.
Okay. As directed by regulations, and that's the regulation number, each minor child applying for a U.S. passport, book, and or passport card must appear in person. So they want you to have the child with you when you do the children's passport, doing the appointment or whatever. I'm trying to see, why does that matter? The child can't represent themselves. You the parent. Why would you have to? The child might be in school. You might be leaving work on a break or something
That's
like
that
that to get
effect
it
in the
done.
system. That's that system effect right
That's
there.
systematic, you know what I'm saying? Profiling. You just don't know what people's lives entail, but that's what they require. And I'm trying to see, for people that apply online, they don't have to submit the baby in a virtual call. So why would it matter? But that's just how it goes. Passport validity length. If you are 16 years of age or older, your passport will be valid for 10 years from the date of issue, except where limited by the Secretary of State to a shorter period. If you are under 16 years of age, your passport will be valid for 5 years from the date of issue, except where limited by the Secretary of State to a shorter period. Okay, so normally passports for over 16 last 10 years. But if you under 16, it only lasts 5 years. Why? Why?
Like it makes a difference. You're gonna
Why?
be invalid after 10 years. You're not gonna be the same person.
Why would it even expire? Why?
Because you're going to
Because
change
it's
up. We
some
got to make
money.
sure you still you. Just like with the driver's license.
You
You get
expire your
pulled over,
driver.
they tell your license expired. Man, it's just a number on that plastic card, man. Hey,
Here
bro,
I am.
that's me. I'm still the same person. Look, you makes no sense.
Applicants who have had a previous U.S. passport book and or passport card lost or stolen, you cannot submit your valid or potentially valid U.S. passport book or passport card with this application, and you have not previously submitted a form. The DS-64 form is on the website. And I will post the DS-64 form for anybody whose passport has expired, or if you have a passport that you lost or whatever, you have to submit this form. Statement regarding a lost or stolen U.S. passport, you are required to fill out and submit a DS-64 with this application. In my possession, if your most recent U.S. passport book or passport card was issued less than 15 years ago and you were over the age of 16 at the time of issuance, you may be eligible to use Form DS-82 to renew your passport by mail. That's good to know, because, baby, that is good to know. So, y'all, if you have a passport and what was it, less than 15 years ago, your passport book or card. But see, this is the catch-22 behind that. If you're a frequent traveler and you get stamps all the time in your passport book, when you run out of those pages, which is not enough for a world traveler, then you have to apply for a new
All
passport
over
all
again.
over again. Ain't that crazy?
Send me some more sheets for
Yes,
my
let me
book.
post some more. Send me 20 sheets. I want to pay for some sheets.
I'm gonna send you $100
I
and I
want to
need 10
staple my
sheets
sheets. I
and some
want to staple my sheets
sticky
back
tape.
with your official logo on it, or tape to add to my booklet. I want to keep my booklet because it's a stamp. It's a time stamp. Okay. Failure to provide information requests on this form, including your social security number, may result in significant processing delay and or denial of your application. So they don't actually take your social security card, but I think they want to see it. But just have all your documents so that you won't have to go through all that. Okay. Warning: false statements made knowingly, willfully in the passport application, if including affidavits or other documents submitted to support this application, are punishable by fine or imprisonment under U.S. Here go the threats, laws, including the provision of 18 SC USC. All right. Alterations or mutilation of the passport issue pursuant to this application is punishable by fine or imprisonment, and that's the provision law. The use of a passport in violation of restrictions contained herein of the passport regulation is punishable by fine or imprisonment, and that's that number. All statements and documents are subject to verification. All right. Proof of U.S. citizenship. Applicants born in the United States submit a previous U.S. passport certified birth certificate. These are the documents that you need. Your birth certificate. Passports that are limited in validity will need to be supplemented by other evidence. A passport certificate must include your full name, date, and place of birth, sex, date of birth, record was filed, the seal, the other certification of the official custodian of such records. If the birth certificate was filed more than 1 year after the birth, it must be supported by evidence described in the next paragraph.
If no birth record exists, really?
Submit a registrar's notice to that effect. Also submit a combination of evidence listed below, which should include your given name and surname, date, place of birth, and the seal of other certification of the office, and the signature of issuing official, a hospital birth record, an early baptismal or circumcision certificate, early census, school, medical, or family Bible record, insurance files, or published birth announcements such as newspaper article, notarized affidavit, DS-10 birth affidavit, or older blood relatives having knowledge of your birth. So this paragraph is what I was telling you about, that some people don't have birth certificates, social security cards, and all of that stuff. It's a lot of people that do things on a natural process where they have babies at home, which is not against the law, where you have a birth mother or a doula or a nurse or whatever, where you do things all naturally. In different religions, this is what they require too.
Okay.
So this is your way of
Let me
proof
ask a
of
question.
life.
The origin's not asking a question, but it's making an observation. And we all know that these people been lying since day one. So they tell you that it's a separation between church and state. So if that was true, how is an early baptismal or a circumcision certificate, which are both religious tools, even having anything to do with this certificate, with this application? And on top of that, family Bible records. Man, the tangle web we weave when we try to deceive.
Do you recommend having a color copy of your passport in an alternate location for use in case of loss of damage? I definitely recommend that, Keish.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. That's why I said make sure you take pictures of all of your original documentation, because the way it's looking now, it's gonna be some time before anybody receive their passports back. Okay? So make sure to do that. We have 5 small children and we just did a few appointments a week apart. Awesome.
That's what's up.
They take it but send it back. Okay. Yep. How much are the cheapest flights? Christian. Some people, I mean, I know somebody got a one-way ticket for $500. So it just depends on where you are. You have to do the research from your city. Now you can find some pretty good flights if you do it months and months ahead of time, especially now. Okay. So thank you for those questions and thank you for those comments. Let's go back and get this done. The application itself. All right. So people think you got to have birth certificate and you got to have social security number in order to move around and different things because of religion and other circumstances of people being natural or doing things in a natural way and not be caught up in the state like that. These are the different proofs of life that you would need. This paragraph that we just went over. Applicants born outside the U.S. submit a previous U.S. passport, certificate of naturalization, certificate of citizenship, consular report of birth abroad, or evidence described below. If you claim citizenship through naturalization of parents, submit this form of certificate of naturalization of your parents, your foreign birth certificate, and official translation if the document is not in English. Proof of your admission to the United States for permanent residence. They want to see your papers from the immigration office. They want to see everything that you got in writing, and your parents' marriage certificate and or evidence that you were in the legal and physical custody of your U.S. citizen parents if applicable. If you claim citizenship through birth abroad to at least one U.S. citizen parent, submit a consular report of birth form FS 240, certificate of birth form, and those are the birth forms, or your foreign birth certificate. If these documents are not in English, they want you to translate it. Proof of U.S. citizenship or your parents, so on and so forth. Okay. If you claim citizenship through adoption, then you do that. Additional evidence, you must establish your citizenship to the satisfaction of the acceptance agents and passport services. We may ask you To draw blood? No, I'm just playing. We
Cut off
may
some
ask you
toes
to provide additional evidence to establish your claim
and 6 locks.
to U.S. citizenship. Visit travel.state.gov for detail.
4 toenails and a swab.
Proof of identity. Y'all make sure you submit these items. Okay? Following containing your signature and a photograph that is good likeness of you, previous or current U.S. passport book, and so on, your driver's license, your certificate of naturalization, certificate of citizenship, military identification, or federal, government employee identification card. You must establish your identity to this as satisfaction now. If you cannot provide documentary evidence of identity as stated above, here you go. This is your other way out. You must appear with an identifying witness who is a U.S. citizen, non-citizen, U.S. national, or permanent resident alien that has known you for at least 2 years. This is stuff that they do not tell you that you have to read. Your witness must prove his or her identity and complete and sign an affidavit of identifying witness form DS-71 before the acceptance agent. You must also submit some identification of your own. Okay? They want a color photograph of you alone. Okay? Make sure y'all read all of this. This is what the passport requirement of the passport picture itself. It has to be 2x2 inch color. It tells you the requirements of what the passport picture should be.
Can't wear nothing but your face.
And if you decide to make the picture yourself, make sure you use this information and save yourself some money on that. The fees are listed on the website. The passport application fee, security surcharge, and expedite fee may be paid in any of the following forms. Okay? Checks, whatever. Money order, major credit card, or if abroad, the foreign currency equivalent, or a check drawn on a U.S. bank. All fees should be payable to the U.S. Department of State, or if abroad, the appropriate U.S. embassy or U.S. consulate when applying a designated acceptance facility, the execution fee. Okay? For faster processing, you may expedite, but not right now. They said they ain't doing no expediting, so don't send your expedited money unless it's a life or death emergency. Okay? Overnight delivery service is only available for passport book mailing in the United States. Please include the appropriate fee with your payment. An additional fee will be charged when, upon request, the U.S. Department of State verifies issuance of a previous U.S. passport, birth abroad, because you are unable to submit evidence, so they want to get paid for it. For applicants with U.S. government or military authorization for no fee passport, no fee are charged except the execution fee when applying at designatable acceptance facility. Note regarding mailing of your passport. Passport services will not mail a U.S. passport to a private address outside of the United States or Canada. If you do not live at the address listed in the mailing address, then you must put the name of the person and mark it as in care of in items number 8. See, this is something that's good to know. That's why we have to read, because they have these different loopholes that they have created for the pink people that we have to use when we need to. If your mailing address changes prior to receipt of your new passport, please contact the National Passport Information Center. If you choose to provide your email address in number 6 on the application, passport services may use that information to contact you in the event is there a problem with your application. So make sure you have the address that's on your application that you want them to correspond with you if needed. You may receive your newly issued passport book or card and your returned citizenship evidence in 2 separate mailing. Yeah, they always send your passport book first in the mail, or they send your documents afterwards. That's what we always experience. They normally come right behind each other, sometimes at the same time. If you're applying for both U.S. passport book or card, you may receive three separate mailings: one with your return citizenship evidence, one with your newly issued passport book, and one with your newly issued passport card. Okay? That card, I really don't know how the card works, but I'm sure that it's like a form of ID, identification, and it probably would be good just in case what maybe your passport book visa stamps overload or something like that. You would still have a passport card. I don't know how that works, but it's definitely something that we need to know. Federal tax law is about the Internal Revenue Code requires you to provide your social security number if you have one. If you have one when you apply. Notice the customers applying outside Department of State facility. Go over that. The fee remittance, use of social security number. Notice the applicants for official diplomatic or no fee passport. Protect yourself against identity theft. Report your lost or stolen passport book or passport card. Notice two U.S. passport card applicants. The maximum number of letters provided to your given name or first and middle on the U.S. passport card is 24 characters. The 24 characters may be shortened due to printing restrictions. If both of your given names are more than 24 characters, you must shorten one of your given names you list on items 1 of this form, okay? So that's information that you need to know. If you have a really long name, you will have to shorten your name. So make sure y'all read the rest of that electronic passport statement, which contains embedded electronic chip, actions or acts or conditions. Make sure you read over all of these orange boxes and per paperwork reduction act statement. All right, the passport itself. Um, let's go over the passport itself. This is information that I really want to take the time to go through with you because sometimes we don't understand what exactly is being asked for. And I have done this passport many, many times down through the years for myself, for my husband, for our children, for our grandchildren. Everybody has passports, okay? So this is very important. All right. So, filling out the application. Attention, read warning on page 1 of instructions. Please select the documents for which you are applying for. Mostly everybody has a U.S. passport book. Okay, so you would just check there where it says U.S. passport book. I don't know if y'all can see my mouse that I'm showing y'all, but let me know if you can see it. If not, you can just see the page itself. The U.S. passport card, I have to look more into the card and how it really benefits us to have the card also. But like I said, I think just in case something happens, a card would be a good idea to have. I have no idea with the cost or anything, but if you want both, you can click both. This is my first time seeing this on the application that I can recall. The regular book, which is a standard, and then the large book. They actually offer you a large book now with extra pages on it, baby. Yeah. So the large book option is for those who frequently travel abroad during the passport uh, validity period, and is recommended for applicants who have previously required the addition of visa pages. That is funny. Because I know people that have had to just buy a whole new passport because they ran out of pages because we are frequent African flyers back and forth, and we have had to do that, and they stamp your visa, your wherever they want to, and it's kind of crazy how that works, but there's something for you to know. All right, number one, let's start with that last name. On that number one, you fill it out, your last name. And then right up under there, you put your first name. The middle name goes on there. And they really want you to put your whole name on the application. It's true. They want all of it. Your date of birth. They want the month you were born first. In Africa, we do it the opposite way. But in the US, we put the month first, the birthday itself, the date of your day, and then the year is a four-digit number that goes at the end. So if you 1970, you put 1970. If you 1965, you put that. Okay, number three, if you are male or female, okay? Number four, place of birth, the city and state in the U.S. or city and country as it is presently known. So if you from Atlanta, Georgia, if you from Detroit, Michigan, Chicago, Illinois, or Los Angeles, California, that's what you would put there. Your social security number if you have one. And we see that you don't have to have one in order to do this application. You just have to have something other proof. Your email address, okay, so that you can get alerts. So put your email address, make sure everything is legible. And what color ink do they normally want you to use? They be real funny. They don't want no red ink, no. I think they want black ink or blue ink. But y'all make sure you don't use any extra colors, okay? Primary contact phone number. They want your number to contact you just in case they need something from you, okay? Let's see what's this. Okay, good information. Hey, Juanita. Hey, Juanita, you changed your picture, girl. Hey, finally woke up early enough. Young crying sound late, but I made it. Blessings to the host and to the chat. Oh, Madasipa Young Crane. We're just going over this application. Let's continue it. All right. Now, we're going to number 8, your mailing address. Now, make sure that you put a mailing address that you have access to your passport. I mean, you got to have access. And if you don't have a good mailing address, there are companies that you can go through to buy you a mailing address that's just like an address. It's not a P.O. box. It is an address that they take your mail for you just in case you're traveling abroad or not really traveling abroad. You're not going to be here and you want to make sure that your stuff is safe when it comes, then you will need to purchase you a mailing address through a company that will accept your mail for you and make sure that you get it safely, okay? You put your street address, your name. They got a P.O. box or URB here. Address line number 2. Clearly label the apartment. They want your apartment, the company, the suite number, the unit number, building number, floor number, in care of or intention if possible. Okay. So the in care of whoever name you want to receive your mail. This is stuff that we did not know that we could do. If you want somebody to receive your mail for you, then you put your name first and then you put the mailing address, and then on the second line you write in care of whoever that person's address it is that is going to accept your your passport for you. The city, the state, the zip code, the country, if outside the US, and a list of other names you have used. For example, your birth name, maiden name, previous marriage, legal name change. Attach additional pages if needed. Okay, it says stop. Continue to page 2. Do not sign application until requested to do so by authorized agent. Here you will have your passport picture will be there, or you take it with you, and the passport agent will definitely attach it there for you. Identifying documents, your driver's license, your state issued ID card, previous passport, military ID, or other. Okay? All righty. Identifying documents, applicants of mother, father, parent, or third signature line. All right, you will fill this out. There you have the necessary information for each parent, which is the applicant or the mother, the father, the parent, or custodial parent. Okay? You do not sign this paper. Do not sign this form. It's an applicant legal signature. Do not sign this form until you get in front of the agent. If you sign this form, you will have to complete another one. Okay? Don't sign it. Uh, this is this form is DS11 C09 2013 1. It has the passport staff agent, the seal, name of carrier company, facility, name, location, all of that. So don't even fill this part out. You would just do this when you get to the post office so that you won't make a mistake and sign it. So continue to page 2. So don't even fill this part out with the the uh, the passport picture attachment. Just make sure you have your passport pictures with you. How many pictures you need? How many? Trying to remember. It seems like you have to have a number of other pictures, but I don't remember. 4 passport pictures. Thank you, Goddess, for this live because Lord, shaking my head, peace be still. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you. Thank you so much for that help, Moon Goddess. Much love to you while I do this very important task for our people. Okay. So don't even fill out this. Stop. Continue to page 2. You would just leave this and go down to the next page. All right. Name of applicant. The last name first, and then the first name and the middle name. The date of birth. The parental information. Number 10. Mother, father, parent. First and middle name. Last name next to that in that box. The date of birth of the parent. The place of birth of the parent. Sex, whether it is the mama or the father, or the father or the mother, and then the U.S. citizenship, yes or no. The mother, father, parent, the first and middle name, the last name of the parent, the date of birth of the parent, the place of birth, and the same information. Go through each line. Do not leave anything blank. Number 11. Have you ever been married? Yes, no. If yes, complete the remaining items in number 11. So if you know you didn't get married when y'all were having a child, then you don't have to fill out the rest of this. This is just in case if you said yes. You'll put your full name or current spouse or most recent spouse, date of birth, place of birth. U.S. citizen, date of marriage. Have you ever been widowed or divorced? Yes or no. Widowed, divorce date. Additional contact phone number will go there, whether it's home, work, or sale. Your occupation, if you are a teacher, if you are a musician, if you are a government worker, whatever you do, and the employer or school that you attend. All right, number 15, your height, your hair color, your eye color. Number Number 18, your travel plans, your departure date, your return date, countries to be visited. So if your departure date is a certain date, you put that. Your return date, if it's non-applicable, then you put that. Okay? If you have a return date, then you put that. The countries you plan to visit, you can put which continent the country that you plan to visit. Permanent address, excuse me, your permanent address, if P.O. box is listed under mailing address or if residence is different from mailing address, your street. Put your street number and the name. Go over to apartment, unit, floor, building, or whatever. Then come back and go to city. You'll put your city there. You'll put state right there and zip code. Number 20, emergency contact. Somebody like your mother, your father, a sibling, a best friend, cousin, their address, their apartment number, what city they are in, their state, their zip code, their phone number, and the relationship you have with them. Okay, so don't get it confused. This is your emergency contact information, person's info. Okay, 20 and down. So 21, have you ever applied for being issued a U.S. passport book or passport card before? You will write yes or no. If yes, complete the remaining items in number 21, like the name as printed on your most recent passport book, the most recent passport book number, the most recent passport issue date, and the status of your most recent passport book submitted with application, whether it was lost, stolen, or it's in your possession if expired. Okay, name as printed on your most recent passport card. All right, most recent passport card number, most recent passport card issue date. So those are for people that have already had a passport before, that have to provide that information. And if you have not had one, you should not have to fill that out. Status of your most recent passport card, submitting with applications, because this is really for those that have never done it before that needs the extra helping hand to do so. And you are finished. Don't write below that line. If you didn't have to fill out number 21, awesome. Don't fill it out. The rest of this is for the office use only. The person that's going to actually do your appointment and take care of that information for you. And you should be straight after that. That's very important that you know that you have access to this application yourself. You don't have to use a third party, which is a money scam that these people offer to you online, but you still gonna have to bring these documents and give them to them, and you're gonna pay them an extra $200 or $300 to actually process your paperwork, which is everything that you could have done, and you're gonna fill out a power of attorney for them to do so when you could have did this yourself. And releasing your identity to somebody is not good. So take time out, watch this video to fill it out as you go. Um, as you do the application, stop this video if you have any concerns, or email me at livingmybestlifeinghana if you have a question about it. I would be glad to help you with it. I've done it many, many times, and I can help you figure your way out. You just have to provide what you have, and you should be straight. Hey, Sunshine and Rain Garden, greetings all. I'm glad to join you all. We glad to have you. Shelby, Grand Risings family, definitely just got that passport handled. I'm ready. Hey, what if there's no contact info for the other parent when doing a minor passport. That's what I'm saying. If you don't have that, you need to go to the juvenile court, to children's services, and tell them to give you proof that you are the sole custodial parent. Okay? If the person that you had your child with, you are lost contact with them, unfortunately, they're not in the child's life, then they have proof of custodial parent that you would need that form. So go to juvenile court or court service, children's services, or whatever it's called in your area, and they can provide you with the necessary documentations to get that done. We love y'all. This is all for the people. If y'all know somebody that does not have a passport, copy the link to this video and send it to their phone. Okay? Because we have a lot of people say, I'm going to get my passport. I'm going to get me one. I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one. And they be saying it and they don't really they're scared of the process. Okay, they don't know what it's all going to entail. They need that extra boost to get their passport done. This is the video for them, to encourage them. You can do it. This is nothing for you. Just watch the video a couple of times before you actually download the application. Always, when you get ready to attack things, familiarize yourself with the information before you do it, so you won't feel intimidated whatsoever. It's just paperwork that has to be done. I eat slave papers, we call it, until we get in the African way of doing things where we won't have all of this stress when it comes to us doing stuff that has been systematically discrimination and profiling and racism entrenched in the whole system. It's just the truth of the matter of what we're dealing with, and that's that's just what we have to deal with. All right. I hope everybody learned something from this, and I hope you are able to go forward and feel confident about filling out this application. Zola said the application fee was $140. Whoa, $125. MO fee $35. Passport fee, don't sign until you get in front of the postal workers. That's right, Zola. Thank you very much for reiterating that. I put all of the links in the description box below. I'm going to go over again of what I said I was going to put in the link by watching my own video to make sure I have everything that you need in this video to get this passport done. Okay? Once again, let me reiterate. Do not send an expedite fee unless this is a life or death matter. Do not send an expedite fee to get your passport back expedited, because you probably won't get a refund and they're going to process it regularly. If you don't have proof of a life or death situation where you have to travel for a death or something like that, you do, and you have the information that needs to be provided to you on the continent. If you are going to a funeral of a loved one or family member or something like that, that's a life or death situation. You will need someone to provide you with documentation showing that this is what's going on. Okay? Much love to y'all. Thank you once again, Zola. Thank you, Juanita, and everybody that was Moon Goddess, everybody that was posting extra information, asking questions, being a part of the live today. We're going to come back later on. It's time for us to get ourselves in gear and get to work. Love y'all. Peace.